Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. And double honors to the men that taught our elders and apostles. So here in the last days, could return to our power. You know, here in the last days, we're called to uh, rehearse the righteous acts, and that's what we're doing. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Hebrew Israelites. You know, the Lord said that He would call us by a byword and a proverb if we didn't keep His laws and His commandments, and that and we didn't keep them, so we got cast off. But He sent His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, which His name, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, to redeem His people or buy His people back, because the Most High had cast us off. But He sent the perfect sacrifice, Yahweh Shah, which means He is the deliverer, to be a sacrifice for Israel's sins. But I just wanted to go into this Exodus chapter 23, starting at verse 14. It says, 3 times shalt thou keep a feast unto me in a year. So this is a commandment that the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah had commanded the children of Israel, you know, when they came out of Egypt. This is Exodus 23 and 15. It says, thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I command thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib, for in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. So Abib, I'm gonna get that. Abayab. It says fresh, young barley ears, barley, month of the ear, forming of greening of crop, or growing green, Abib, month of Exodus, and Passover, March or April. So uh, in Exodus 12, it said, yeah, that would be the beginning of months for Israel, and Abib is when it says the barley. The uh, hold on, let me get it. I think it's Exodus 9. This is Exodus 9 and 31. It says, and the flax and the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was boiled or bold, and that means uh, bud, prolong. Let's get that. Uh, Copy. It says bold is an archaic adjective that means having bolls or producing balls. It can also mean swollen, potted for seed. Okay. It says examples in the Bible, in the authorized version of the Bible, Exodus 9 and 31 states, the barley was in the ear and the flax was bald, bald. It says the revised version of the Bible has was in bloom in the margin, which is considered to make likely rendering the Hebrew word. Boil is usually round pods. Some plants such as cotton. So basically, that it had seeds, having balls, archaic producing balls, having balls was in the ear, and the flax was ball. But so in the month of Abib, that's when this would happen, and this is how we used to go by. We would go by the new year. After this happened, the new year would be the following new moon that would start the new year. But as it states, it says, 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in a year, and thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I command thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. So we're commanded to take all the leavening, or all the yeast, or products with yeast in them, out of the house for 7 days. This says Exodus 23:16, and the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labor, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in a year all the males shall appear before the Lord power. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until morning. It says, the first of the fruits of the land thou shalt bring into the house of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. So, and you're not supposed to soak or boil a kid, lamb or goat, in its mother's milk. That's we're not supposed to do that. But wow, that's Yahweh Shah. It says, behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. So has the who has the ability to pardon transgressions? You know, that's Yahweh Shah. Let's get the oh, is that well, let's get that. Let's see, Matthew. Let's get Luke 47. This is Luke chapter 7 and verse 47. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. And he said unto her, thy sins are forgiven. You see, that's red letter. So Yahweh Shah is the only person that can forgive sins. So back to that uh, Exodus. It says, behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Okay, pardon your transgressions. So that's sin. Uh, that First John 3, 4. It says, "Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." So that's what it's speaking about right here. Behold, before it keep thee in the way, bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. It says, "But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thy adversaries." But yeah, that's an instance of where Yahweh Shah is being spoken of in the Old Testament. You know, the Lord comes, our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, comes in the volume of the book. So, but yeah, I was just going into, these three uh, feasts that the Lord ordained for the Israelites to keep in a year. But yet, growing up in Christianity and in uh in the West, we weren't taught any of these high holy days. We were taught uh, Christmas, Easter, uh, what Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, uh, all of these pagan holidays. All these different pagan holidays that we're not supposed to engage in. So let's get that. Uh, that uh, Proverbs 3, 31. Yeah, this is Proverbs 3 and 31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor," and who is the oppressor? All these other nations. All these other nations have came together, to put the name of Israel out of existence. It says, "And choose none of his ways." So envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. But we have, you know, chosen all of our enemies' ways. We've chosen all of these damn uh, abominable uh, pagan days. That when the Lord gave us feast days, the Lord gave us feast days that we were supposed to have. He gave us, you know, the Passover, which they have converted and tried to make it into some kind of damn Easter, when we know that the word that was written was supposed to be Passover. You know, first of all, rabbits don't lay eggs, and second of all, coloring the eggs, that's some old pagan shit. That's some fertility rituals. Uh, so we're not supposed to envy our oppressor, and we're not supposed to learn none of his ways. But look around. Look at our people today. Our people are very impressionable. I mean, we're the ones that we're the best at everything. We're the best at, and Judah, the head tribe, is always the trendsetter. But as yet we've been gullible and we've been led astray by, Amalek, by the worst of the heathen. He uses our people. Yeah, he uses our people to make himself rich, whereas, but he's still oppressing us. He's still oppressing us. He puts up, I guess it's goes back to kind of the Willie Lynch letter, where you have all of these people striving for one spot, yet no one can achieve it unless you do uh, what he wants you to do. It's a bad situation. It's a very bad situation. But as it stands, yeah, we're not supposed to be engaging in these holidays. We're not supposed to be engaging in any of that stuff. You know, that's Jeremiah 10. Learn not the way of the heathen and choose none of his ways. It's Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, Hear ye the word which Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. And you see who it is speaking to. You know, when you go through the Bible, the Lord is only talking to the Israelites. He's not speaking with the other nations. He's not, although, you know, he did ordain the prophets to be prophets unto the nations, but you know, the Lord never gave the heathen or the other nations his laws, statutes, and commandments. So, you know, they don't count. It says, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. It says, For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. So yeah, we're commanded, learn not the way of the heathen. Yeah, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, because you know, primarily it's talking about the chariots in the sky, and the different, you know, high holy days, the different moons, the blood moons, which we're about to have here for Passover. We're supposed to have a blood moon for the Passover, but we're commanded, you know, not that the Lord sit those signs in the heaven, you know, for signs and times. He put those in the heavens for signs and times. So we're not supposed to be dismayed at that type of stuff, and we're not supposed to learn the way of the heathen. Like I said, cutting down trees and all of these different abominables, these idols that they put up, set up, they stand up idols. I mean, you can apply that to a Christmas tree, but originally it was where they would cut out essentially a figurine, like, and worship it. You know, how you gonna cut out a figurine and worship it? I mean, that's some stupid shit, but it is what it is. But yes, as Israelites, we're commanded to keep 3 feasts to the Lord, and we have been duped into not even knowing. You know, our people don't even know that we're supposed to keep these things. You know, we're supposed to keep the the Passover with the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're supposed to keep the Feast of First Fruits, and then we're supposed to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So these are the holidays that, you know, you as a Hebrew Israelite should look into and find out, because these are the practices that we're supposed to be rehearsing. You know, we're supposed to rehearse based on what our forefathers did. You know, because we're trying to get back to the good path, to the old way. With that being said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Aroha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hopefully, this lesson is edifying. Shalom.